and I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Shout out everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all tapping in tonight. We got a special show. Y'all see, I got my guy, man. Shout out my guy, Brev Ski. We got some big news too for Brev Ski, man. Let's get it. And a Ric Flair. We definitely have some huge news. Brev, I'll let you break it down real quick, man. Tell them what's going on today, man. Today is special, broski.
Yeah, you guys all know. Hopefully, if you don't know, I run Skolcial Network. I've been running that over on VIKE now. That's something that me and Jason Harmon started 2 years ago. Today I made the decision, and this is something I bounced all ideas off Rap. We talked about this like probably over a month ago now. VIKE now, it was just time for me to take it off there. There's bigger things than it just being a Viking show to me for the Skolcial Network. So Skolcial Network is now officially its own YouTube channel. So no longer on VIKE now. Not people naturally ask like, oh, did something happen? Like, no, everything's cool between me and Dustin. Obviously, like I checked, or I let Dustin know before I made any official decision. Like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be taking it off VIKE now. And he was like, yeah, super cool. I mean, that's all you. So it's its own show now, its own channel. We're going to do a lot of big stuff over there. We'll be streaming a lot more over there, a lot more shows. It takes me out of this. I wasn't in a box. It's not like I couldn't say things or couldn't like do certain content over there, but there was a mental box for me for sure. Just because I felt like I had to stay tied to just Viking stuff. So now it's going to be much more me. Not to say I won't be talking about the Vikings. You guys know I will be, but I appreciate everybody that's already gone over there and subscribed. I think I already got 30 all over there, which I appreciate greatly. But yeah, we are our own thing now.
Let's go, man. Let's get it. Let's get a round of applause for Brev. Let's go. Shout out to you, man. No, that's huge news, bro. I'm glad you did that. Because I do believe it was necessary. Again, you know, working with VIKE now too. Shout out to Dustin, my boy too, man. You know, rock with that dude heavy. But I do think, you know, just how what you're bringing to the game, man, you got to kind of separate yourself sometimes. You know, it's no hard feelings. It is what it is. It was a power move.
And I have nothing but love. Like I said, nothing happened. Dustin is like one of my mentors in the industry. Absolutely. If you're on Vikings Twitter, you know him. He gave me my first in for my first paid writing job. That of course has led to where I'm at now doing this full time. So like Dustin's my guy. He's always been one of my day ones, big time mentor. Nothing but love for the great Dustin Baker for sure.
Fact. Shout out Dustin Baker, man. Let's go, man. Give Dustin Baker a Ricky, man.
Give me 2 caps and a Ric Flair.
Yeah, so we got a big show tonight. We're going to talk about the top 30 visits. We're going to focus on that, really. You know, I wanted to have Brev on because, as y'all know, like he stated just now, he writes a lot about these players. He scouts these players and kind of lets Vikings fans know, whether it's on X, whether it's on, you know, YouTube, whatever. He lets us know if we should be interested or if we shouldn't be interested. And so tonight I felt like it was definitely a perfect show to talk about these players. We're going to do polls. So as we go through the players, I will have polls in the chat saying goes or no's. You feel me? Yeah. So, you know, regardless of what Brev says tonight about the player, whether good or bad, we kind of just want to gauge your guys' opinion on the player too. You know, maybe some of you guys have done your own extended homework. Maybe some of you guys have done just some surface level homework, and we kind of want to just check the temperature of the room and see, because we do got some good names on this list, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this list is kind of lit. So that's what really drove me to say, you know what, we got to do a live. On top of that, tomorrow is me and my wife's anniversary. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yep. Thank you. You know, let me get some love. Let's get some love here. You know, thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yes, your boy RAP is in love. Yes, he is. Me and my wife, we're going on our 7th year anniversary being married, but we've actually been together since 2015, 11 years total, 7 years married. So love is a great thing, bro. If you ain't in love, find you some, man. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say, usually Friday nights. I was just telling Mr. I Want to Mock that, yeah, we bringing Fridays back. Don't worry. We going to be back lit this Friday right here. And then it dawned on me right after I ended the show that night was like, yo, my anniversary is on. My anniversary is on Friday. So that's a no-go, bruh. You know what I'm saying? My time is definitely taken on Friday. So tonight's going to make up for that. And then Saturday, we'll probably do something. Shout out Pops in the building. This is the last thing before we get started here. Pops is in the building, Todd. And I have his GoFundMe, man. Y'all support my Pops, man. The GoFundMe, if y'all are going to donate tonight, it's pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you click that link and support over there. Because as y'all know, we still are battling that journey. We still going through that journey when it comes to his cancer battle. So anything is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's $1, it could be $100. It doesn't matter what it is. Everything's appreciated, man. We appreciate you guys' support on that as well. So make sure you show some love over there to Todd, man. Absolutely. And you can read the story too. The link will actually take you to the story if you want to know what you're contributing to. All right. Shout out everybody in the building. Let's go. We got Jackson. I see you. We got Angelo. Let's see you. Davey OG. What's good with you, Mr. I Want to Mock in the building? Let's go, man. You ain't going to get your live tomorrow, Mr. I Want to Mock. I'm sorry. Shout out Dion. I see you, broski. What's good with you? Two-Tone. What's happening? Eric from New Mexico. Florinda and Raquel. What's good? Shout out to y'all. Let's go. Barber fade you up, my SKOL broski, man. What's happening, man? Let's go. Todd, obviously, is in the building. Let's go. Gil, what's good with you, Gil? I see you, man. Shout out to you tapping in with us tonight. My boy Nick, what's happening? Let's go. Let's go. All right, so let's get into it, man. Without further ado, I know people want to see what's going on. So let's bring the list up first. All right, so here's the list. And actually, you know what? I can't see that effing list. Hold on. Let me oh, that's why. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the list. We have Georgia State wide receiver Ted Hurst. All right, and we'll just go down it one at a time. And as Brev kind of gives us a little what he knows about the player, I told Brev I did some research on the players today as well. Once I knew this was going to be the show on some of these names, just some surface level kind of do I want them, do I not want them type of deal. So, you know, I'll be able to give a little 2 cents here, but I'm really going to lean on Brev tonight to give me what he knows about it and give you guys what you want to know about it. But Ted Hurst, man, this is a name, Brev, that really has been thrown around Vikings Nation, Brev, for the past, I would say, couple weeks, bro, honestly. You know?
Yeah.
What's to him, man?
So, especially with the visit, and I'll say, like, first off, like, just blanket statement on all these prospects. I don't think I know better than anybody on this, because I know when I talk, I kind of sound like, that's just my tone. I'm monotone, so I sound
like an arrogant prick.
Yeah. Sometimes I mean to sound like that. Sometimes I don't. Tonight I don't. I just have more time because of what I do to do this. So this is stuff that anybody could come to with that kind of time. But Ted Hurst, another, I guess, blanket statement I want to make about the receivers, at least, it's something for us to take a note of here is all three of these receivers so far that they brought in for these visits are boundary wide receivers. So maybe this ties into something I was saying earlier this offseason, like maybe you're going to move Addison into the slot. I wish one of these guys was Malachi Fields, but
yeah,
he's not on the list, so we're not going to go that deep into it. Ted Hurst, Georgia State, 6'4", 206. Like I said, boundary receiver. I guess his main strengths are going to be he's decently fast off the line, can track. He's pretty natural tracking the deep ball. He doesn't have the best contested catch rate for his size. He definitely wants it to be better. He's kind of average for his size in the contested catch side of things. But like he's a big deep zone threat. He's got an explosive lower body. So he kind of has all the basic like things you want out of a bigger receiver other than that contested catch rate. He does have drop issues, which sucks. He not a good run blocker, honestly, whatsoever. Slows down toward the end of the game, so conditioning might be an issue. I say here, sitting in my chair, that conditioning is an issue. And then sometimes when he releases off the line, he's got like a little bit of a hitch, kind of a hesitation. So Ted Hurst out of these three receivers is actually, I think he's like been a people's like natural favorite of this range of receivers. He's actually not even my favorite of these three.
Yeah. So, and I watched a little bit more of him too. To me, man, like he definitely seems average. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch him, like I see Ty Felton all over again. I'm just be honest. Like when I was watching him earlier, and maybe it's the slender build, but like watching him earlier, I'm like, yo, this dude kind of looks just like when I was watching Ty Felton. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know if it really doesn't get me super excited. It just doesn't. I don't know. And then talking about where the Vikings are, there's a lot of conversation about where the Vikings are going to draft this kid. And I think that plays into it too, where it's like, really? Like you were talking about a what was it, a second round pick? I think I seen something talking about maybe getting him on the second round pick. I'm like, yo, nah, bro.
No,
that would be crazy.
No,
that would be crazy, bro.
Absolutely not.
Seriously.
Yeah, with your Ty Felton comp, I mean, it kind of makes sense because the problem with Ty Felton, yes, he's fast, but like fast only gets you so far as an NFL wide receiver. If you ask why is Ty Felton not working out to this point in the NFL, granted it's only been a year. Ty Felton did not have good success rates against press, man, or zone, especially his final year of college. So getting open has never been a super strong suit of him, and that could be a little bit of the same here with Hurst.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Let's see what the and I just shared our live so we can get some people in here too, man.
Yeah.
I forgot to share it, to be real. I ain't gonna lie. I was excited to just get it popping. You know what I'm saying? I was excited to just get it popping. So 57 say yeah. So you got a couple people that like them. We're gonna get some more people in the building though. I just pushed out the live, so maybe we get some more people in this building tonight here. But we got people that like him. There's Vikings fans that like him. I was seeing Vikings fans post over the past couple weeks where they seem to be excited about the Vikings pursuing a guy in Ted Hurst. I honestly, like, just wide receiver in general, I just don't think we need to touch it with a 10-foot pole, in my opinion, though. You know what I mean? Like, because I just think there's other issues here that are just like, they just stand out, it just stand out to me, man. But shout out Bob. Mary, real quick. Yeah, Mary, just pray for Mary, man. We just, Mary just kind of going through something right now, but keep her in your prayers. She's thinking about us too, man. We love Mary and stuff like that. So Queen Mary's gonna be just fine, man. That's a strong woman right there. So yeah, absolutely, man. We stay in touch. My bad, Brevsky, though, man. Yeah,
you're good.
Sure. But yeah, man. So Ted Hurst, no for me.
Yeah, I expect him to go in the range of he probably should. I understand wanting to spend a third round pick on him. Not the Vikings specifically, but just any team. Like he's one of those guys that should go in the 80s to the 90s. More like 90s. Honestly, early hundreds probably.
Yeah. All right. So we got the next player on this list here and this is somebody new, bro. I'm hoping you could tell me a little bit about this kid right here. And he was in the building today, I think. I think I seen him post, or did I see him put? I think he might have posted a picture on Instagram.
I think that was him, yeah.
Yeah. So Stribling, man, I'm actually going to go look him up right now as Brev kind of gives us a little rundown here. I'm going to, before you do that, Brev, let me end that poll. So 56% definitely say they would love a Ted Hurst, but let's add this kid real quick and then we'll start the talking.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Damn, what's his name again? Dejan.
Weird name.
Dejan. That's close to my daughter's name. Her name's Dejan. Let's see. So I'm just gonna put D Striblings.
Yeah.
Let's see. Or Stribling without an S. All right. So D Stribling. Tell us about him, Brev. What do you have about Striblings here, man? Or Stribling? I keep putting the S on his name. I don't know why, Brev. I'm just gonna have to keep putting the S on his name. But
Yeah. I mean, so I actually kind of like the thought of him a little bit more than Hurst as a Viking, to be honest.
okay.
His main pro is going to be his ability to catch outside his frame, and by that I literally just mean plucking balls out of the air that like aren't the best throws, but he's still able to get to them. Good at deep ball tracking, kind of like Hurst is. Good breaking off contact after the catch when he does catch the ball. His pacing on his routes. So when you watch him run routes, his pacing is very controlled. He's not rushing to get to the break, not running around like a chicken with his head cut off. He has a natural ability and understanding of how to run a route and the timing in which to do with it. He is a willing blocker, and his long-term growth paints like a good trajectory because just every year he kind of got better in the collegiate game. And then for the bad, I feel bad ending off on the bads because that's like the last thing people remember before we ask for them. But
it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. What he run? So he ran a 4.39.
4.39.
Okay.
Yep, at 6'2", 207, 4.39. His hips can be a little bit high, so that it allows DBs to close a little easy on him. He's not great at the catch point. Doesn't have a great bag of releases getting off the line of scrimmage. And what did I write here? He's a little bit older, and even though he did have a trajectory up, a lot of transfers in his career. I forgot the first two schools he was at, but
it looks like I seen something here where he went to what is this school? I guess this is Ole Miss. That's a red jersey. I was thinking, yeah. I don't know.
I can look it up real quick. He went to, so of course he finished at Ole Miss. He also played, for Washington State, Oklahoma State.
Okay, yeah, Oklahoma State. Yeah, there he is. The Tua Tagovailoa face mask is killing me though. Like,
yeah, it's tough.
Can y'all call out what round these players are projected to go? There you go.
Yeah. So all these guys, honestly, and all the mocks that I do, a lot of the consensus mocks that I see, think of all these wide receivers going in the 90s to maybe like late 80s if you're being nice, to early 105, 110, kind of that range. Like all these receivers are in that same little cluster where they should go. They're really close to each other.
Yeah, shout out Gil, man. Shout out Gil for that, for sure. SKOL and Roll, what's good with you? Shout out to you. I see you in the building, man. My guy, what's good? We got Michael. I see you. We need an anchor center to solidify our line. Yeah, we're gonna continue to go down the list and see, man. I don't know if we're bringing in any, but we'll have Brev touch on some. Man, I got time tonight, so we're gonna definitely learn about some of these players. You know, tonight. I think is a great show. It's going to be a great show. So for the ones in the building, hit the like button first of all, because that's how you push this out. I know it's easy to forget. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you go subscribe to the Skolcial Network, Brev's new channel that he just dropped today. So it's big news. Join the Discord. There's a lot of things you got to do here to make this right. And also make sure you go and donate to my father's support. It's at the top of the chat. The GoFundMe, man. Drop anything. It doesn't matter what you drop. Just show the support, man, to get us through this journey. But like tonight's going to be an important show because I think this is the first show where I'm really going to sit back and learn too and hear what Brev has to say, because I know, like, here's the deal. I know there may be some people, Brev, that think like you get on here and you joke around and you're very, and which I enjoy, you have your jokes and stuff. And some people may take that lightly and act like as if you don't be doing your homework, broski. And me, I know better. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. Tonight, I'm learning something, bro, at the same time, because we're starting to get into crunch time. And I really want to understand that when our Vikings pull the trigger on a player, I want to know if they effed up or if they didn't F up based off of the information that I was able to gather now. Now that we're right around the corner, I'm really locking in, and y'all should too as Vikings fans, bro. I posted a picture of, real quick, Brev, before we get to the next player, right? I posted a picture just a little while ago, and this is the most important picture that y'all need to look at as Vikings fans. This picture right here. I'm gonna blow this up real quick, right? Yeah, let me blow this up. Y'all see this? Y'all see this list right here? This list right here. Remember this list right here. These are people right here that, guess what? Yes, the GM is definitely a big piece. The coaches are big pieces, but guess what? These are the people that are actually going out during times when coaches are doing their own thing and got other stuff going on, and GMs got other stuff going on. These are the people that are coming back with the information saying, hey, this guy looks good, that guy looks good. And this list hasn't changed in about 3 years, 3 to 4 years, I believe, from my understanding and from what me and Realistic Randy have been tracking. So just let that sink in, right? And I'm keeping a close eye on this list. I posted this list just because I think it's important for us Vikings fans to keep paying this attention. And this is public information, obviously. You can go on the Vikings website, all right? It's under the staff tab, and you can keep track of this because this is important. These are the people that are going and doing this stuff, man, and scouting these players, So I wanted to get that out there, Brevsky. You know what I mean? I just think we don't talk about this enough as a fan base. And really no fan base really talks about, hey, who are the scouts behind the scenes that are actually, giving the initial information to the higher ups, Yeah. Because, for example, this guy right here, Jack Essler, right? Nobody knows this guy. Who is Jack Essler? Can anybody tell me anything about him? Probably not. And that's fine. But the deal is he is the college area scout for the Midwest area. So when you talk about players from Ohio State, talk about any players up in that range, guess what? Jake, he's the guy, all right, that's probably up there looking at players and running it back to Kevin O'Connell, running it back to B-Flow, running it back to Rob and formerly Quasey, and saying, hey, this player, we need to look at this player. There's been a lot of mistakes made, though, and it starts here, in my opinion, bro. So that's why I feel like this list is important. Saying,
yeah.
Straight.
And I wasn't a Quasey Adofo-Mensah guy by any means, especially after a while. But that's where I kind of hesitate to be like, oh, this draft is automatically going to be way different and way better, because everybody that was here doing it is still here. We just got rid of Quasey.
Right.
Not that I've seen where people have gotten let go other than him, but.
Yeah, and I've kept an eye on that scout list, man. Me and Realistic Randy said, man, when we were doing the purple parlor one night, we said, man, look here. One thing we're going to keep an eye on moving forward is that scouting department, because it has to be coming from somewhere, because there's too much of the same thing happening. And it's like we've made changes, and I got to do some research and see if any of those scouts have been around even in the Zimmer era, because there's a possibility that they have. I just feel like that department, they don't really focus in on it as much as they should. I know us fans don't, but like, I don't know if they sit there and clean house on things like that. Like how they'll clean house on coaches, get them up out of there, replace the whole staff. I'm not sure if they do that with the scouting department. And I'm wondering why, because I feel like GMs should have connections with scouts and coaches should have connections with scouts. And those should be evaluated the same way how when you're bringing in a new coaching staff, you should also consider bringing in a new scouting staff. I'm not saying everybody has to go. I'm sure out of that list, there's ones that are really strong and do their job at a high level. I'm comfortable enough saying that, but I do believe there's flaws also in that room, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to say, hey, you know what, I got a guy that I used to work with here that used to scout, and I'm going to bring him with me. You know what I mean? I'm going to offer him a little more money, and he's going to come with me and start scouting players, bro, because he got that eye for talent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. So let's see what the poll says on our boy D, man. So we got 50-50, bro. Shout out Jackson, man.
I'm surprised after the breakdown to see more people in on Hurst than on Stribling, because I kind of, at least from the breakdown, I think it's kind of clear that Stribling's better than Hurst with how we talked about Hurst. But we could be wrong.
Facts. Shout out Jackson with the 499. He said, Quasey's scouting team pooped the bed when it came to evaluating players more than I pooped after eating Taco Bell. Hey, bro, That's a lot of poop then, boy. Like, for real. Shout out my guy Jackson, though, with the 499. I appreciate you, brother. But that's the whole point, too, though, Jackson, is that scouting department that you're talking about, Quasey's scouting department, guess what? It's still our scouting department tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's still our scouting department tonight going into the draft. So let that day sink in, man. I don't know. I would say it's a bad thing, you know. So on the D Stribling, Brev, 56% no, 44% yes.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
People are lower on him than
interesting
than they are the Hurst guy, man. Shout out my guy Delp in the building, man. Good. We need let's see. All right. So the next player, CJ Daniels. So before you speak on CJ Daniels, bro, I gotta admit, right? And he's coming from the U. Shout out my pops. He's a Hurricanes fan. All right, bro. I seen a couple catches this year though, like because I would just happen to tune in, and bruh, I'm gonna tell you right now, my boy, he may not have consistency, but the boy can. Hey, he gives me the vibes of he could be a really good NFL wide receiver, bro. Like. And maybe not like a wide receiver 1 or maybe not even a 2 or anything like that. But I'm saying like he could definitely make some noise and be like I would say like a KJ Osborne, but maybe a tick higher. And when KJ was in his like prime, you know what I mean?
The high end comp on Daniels that I've read and I actually kind of agree with is Jawan Jennings.
Okay.
From the 49ers, but now we don't know yet because he's asking for too much money. But CJ Daniels definitely going to be my favorite of these three. And if there's going to be one receiver to drop out of that range that I gave, it's probably going to be Daniels just because of the consistency thing. But quick hips and feet, great ball tracking like the other two guys. Doesn't drop the ball too much, although he did have concerns with that. I think it was last year, maybe 2024, it was a little bit more of an issue. He is a capable run blocker. He uses his body when he's route running. By that I mean head fakes, cuts really well, can sell a cut, can sell a break really well on a route, and good after the catch, which is also majorly important. His clear knocks he's a non-burner. Like his game speed is not super duper fast, but for an NFL wide receiver, like again, speed is such an overrated thing to judge. Like Justin Jefferson didn't have the fastest 4. It's about how fast you are getting in and out of breaks and how you time your routes when you run them. He did have a clear production drop off, so I do have a little bit of bias because I think he started out at Liberty University here in Virginia. Fan the Flames, and he then went to Miami. There was a clear production drop off when he went to the Power 4 when he was in Miami, but he's also not other than a couple highlight plays. Obviously, the consistency attacking the ball wasn't quite where you want it to be, and his contested catch, as far as consistently doing it, wasn't exactly where you want it to be. But
this is the catch of the year, right?
Yep. Like that's just an insane grab.
Yeah, and I watched that. I saw that play live. So when you saw this play live right here, it was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit, man. You know, I mean, god damn. Like
I like him a lot. I really do like him a lot.
But I do get you though. Like, you know, I'm big on this, Brev. Like I even said this, I'll even use corner as an example. It reminds me of Andrew Booth Jr., where he had that one interception against Auburn. And that's what jolted him up the draft boards. And I remember when we drafted him, I was like, yo, like it's the Odell Beckham effect. It's like the boy he had a top 10 ESPN top 10 highlight. So for that reason, his name was being talked about all year because it was the interception of the year that year, bro. That Andrew Booth Jr. interception was lit. But like it's like there was no reason for him, in my opinion, to get drafted that high. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was really low on Andrew Booth Jr., bro. But like people tried to convince me, he's a dog. I'm like, I don't see it, bro. I don't see it because like I see one highlight play. And I say that to say, that could be a case with same thing with CJ Daniels. You see those splash catches, like with those contested catches, and especially that one right there, being that it was during the playoffs. Yes, for that reason, he's going to be talked about and hyped up a little more than he probably should as far as consistency, man. So.
Yeah, and like I said, I think he's one of those guys that might fall a little bit out of that range I was talking about, which would make it hard for the Vikings to grab him. Because when you're talking about Stribling or Hurst, you're talking about spending the 97th overall pick on him. But yeah,
he looked kind of slow too, though. Like when he run with the ball.
Yeah, he's not. He's able to create after the catch. It's just not with a ton of speed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, man. You could find 1,000 wide receivers that are making plays like a touchdown, but like to me, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens there. The Vikings are definitely bringing him in if he isn't in already today, because I know this list is players that are coming between today and tomorrow. So we'll see, man. So we got the polls are saying, yeah. The polls are saying, yeah, shout out Extra Torres. He said, I'm still on for us to sign Diggs or Odell Beckham Jr. Okay. I'm on the Diggs. I'm on the Diggs train. Jake Golday. Yeah, no, hey, Golday is definitely being talked about heavy. He's the new Viking sweetheart.
Yeah. It would be awesome to go get Stephon from a football standpoint. Not so sure about the locker room stuff, but even though he's not who he used to be, he's still way too expensive for the Vikings to afford.
Yeah, that's true. I did a video on it just because like I thought it would really just to spice things up and get the community talking. I'm known for that, to throw out something different than what everybody else is talking about, just to kind of get a different conversation going. And I just thought it was a good one because we're looking at D-Hop. And I'm like, well, you got two veterans, right? You got two veterans right now. Which one would you rather have, DeAndre Hopkins or Stephon Diggs? I think Stephon Diggs is a lot more dangerous than a D-Hop in today, in 2026. D-Hop, to me, he's at the point where he's a one-trick pony at this point in his career, in my opinion. I mean, he could prove me wrong if we bring him in. I mean, I'm not going to be mad that we sign him. I think Stephon Diggs still has that, hey, you better guard me, bro. And if you double team Justin Jefferson or you leak to Jordan Addison, Stephon Diggs can still drop 150 on your top with no problem.
Yeah, I'm completely on your side. I think we were talking about that in the Discord a couple weeks ago. Like, it's not even close who the better receiver is right now. It's Diggs. Diggs is coming off a 1,000-yard year. DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think, has had a 1,000-yard year in 4 or 5 years. Like right now, it's just not close who's better. But D-Hop, you could maybe get for the veteran minimum.
Yeah. Shout out Raphael. He said, I want Julio Jones. Damn, my boy Guidos. What's good, Jay? Shout out Jay in the building, man. Good to see you, brother. For sure, man. Dino, what's good, Dino? Appreciate you, man. For the newcomers in the building, make sure you hit the like button. We starting to get our crowd up in here now, man. It took a little minute, but y'all popping in. Appreciate y'all. That's for the ones who hit the like button, man. It's starting to, the word is spreading. Hit the like button and make sure you go subscribe to my guy Brevski's new YouTube channel, the Skolcial Network. It is in the title. Make sure you go over there, hit the subscribe button, support my brother, because the new lives are about to start popping over there. And I will be featured over there on that channel, man, often. So, I'm going to support my brother as much as I can and want to see that grow. So y'all make sure y'all go show love. Y'all know how we do PG4L. Let's get it, man. All right, let's get to the next guy, man. Let's see who we got here. I just keep going back to the post. Probably should just pin the post is what I should do. You know what? Maybe that's a good idea here. I'm just gonna retweet it. Let me just retweet it on my channel, on my page. There we go. That makes it easier. Okay. Oh, damn. Did it not? Hold on. All right. The next player we got here is our guy Emmett Johnson, running back, Nebraska. This one's actually gonna be interesting to hear about, man. You know, when it comes to running back, one thing I can say for sure, the Vikings getting a running back.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see where, because they re-signed Aaron Jones, and we're not the biggest fans of it, but you kind of understand why they do it. So interesting to see if they'll still spend that high of a pick to give you guys all a range. Again, this is kind of like the receivers. This trio of running backs all should go around the third round. I can see one of them probably. Well, Coleman and Johnson definitely should go in the third round. Claiborne, I can see going in the fourth or fifth, depending on people or teams being concerned about his size. But Johnson, to me, in my opinion, is the clear best running back out of this trio. It's hard not to compare him slightly. This is a high-end comp, but it's hard not to compare him slightly to Le'Veon Bell, just with the vision he runs with, the patience, the good lower body. He's a versatile scheme fit. He is
the good lower body.
Real good. Nice long lower body.
I'm telling you.
He's got like I said, he's a legitimate weapon in the passing game. Slippery ball carrier, good contact balance, explosive burst. Weaknesses are gonna be his pass protection, naturally. He's not the fastest guy, so the home run hitting ability is not quite there, but he's going to get you yards in the trenches for sure. His frame's a little small, and he's not really going to go in the hole and like pop anybody. Pause again with his explosive lower body.
Holy man, this Emmett Johnson evaluation getting freaky, boy. Hold up.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he'll be able to get in that hole and just burst. I don't know how long he'll last going down, but when he's in that hole, you better believe he's gonna explode.
He's gonna definitely explode. Yeah. No, I like it, man. And so I'll say this: I like I did watch his film. He's actually one of the running backs that early on I did evaluate, because I was going in on the running backs like, man, who do I want? Because as you know, Brev, and as everybody knows in the building, running back is something that I really, truly want, man, to figure out. I want our team to get it. I want our team to get a good one that can produce over and over again, mainly one that can hit a home run. That's my biggest thing. And I watched him, and I'm like, yeah, definitely sign me up. What I like about him is he can really dance in between the tackles. Like like you said, it does kind of remind me of Le'Veon Bell. Now that you said that's a great comp, because when you watch his tape, you could see that there'll be a bunch of bodies around him, and he's like, damn, he'll get up out of there, bro. Like, you're like, how the hell did he gain an extra 5-6 yards and get out of that mess right there? That's one thing he's really good at, man. I call it dancing, like he's just really good. Let's see if we can find a video with him doing it, man. Y'all know what I mean. All right, that's one where he just breaks it out to the outside. So right there, you can see the speed. I mean, he has the speed right there, but look at the shiftiness, though. That's what I'm saying. The change of direction on a dime is just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And so, I like him. I like him. He has a different run style than the Mike Washington, which I like his run style too. But let's see if we can find a play where he dances around, man. He definitely got that outside burner speed. What did he run, Brev? Do you know?
I want to say it was like a 4. It was like high 4s, maybe low 5s. Not super fast, but like Adrian Peterson ran a 4.48. So he's fast enough to make a big play. The thing with these running backs is you're not gonna get anybody. Yeah,
that's a perfect example of what I mean right here. Just look at that. Boom, boom. I mean, that's 3 cuts, man. Right there. Quick. And then up out of there. You know what I mean? Like, let's go, bro.
Yeah, he's quick in space, just not the long.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, boy, that boy got a quick. So I definitely wouldn't be mad at this.
Yeah.
At all.
What I was saying is like just with the speed thing, again, I think speed is a very overrated trait. For running backs, it's a little more understandable to value it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get one of these running backs that can do all the things that you want him to do in the whole pause and also have that long speed and power and just be able to outrun you unless you're trading up for Jeremiah Love. And you're not going to do that, I doubt. So you kind of you're looking for a running back in the third round. It's just the perfect back doesn't exist past the first round.
So do you have him? You got him a third round. You got him a third round evaluation.
Yeah, third round. He's actually my running back 3 in total out of all the running backs behind Price and in front of Mike Washington Jr.
Okay.
Don't hate Mike Washington Jr. Just there's a little bit of combine. I'm very anti-combine draft stock rising out of nowhere. Mike Washington kind of is that. I'm fine with Mike Washington drafting him, but the fumbling concerns and the running high is a little much.
And we're not even bringing him in, right?
I don't. For some reason, I feel
he's
like
not on top 30.
Not today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Rafael said, "Rapper freaky, yeah, boy, getting freaky up in here, man." Mm-hmm. Let's see, man. Let's see what people are saying. He's nice, but I like other backs better. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Delp said, "Me too." Went to the same high school as Larry Fitzgerald went to, and I know he is from. Yeah, he's local, I think, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he
he's from Minneapolis.
Okay, yeah, he's from Minneapolis. So, I mean, that right there obviously is going to draw in some attention from especially Vikings fans that are born and raised in the city. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rye. He said, "What's good, bro? What's good with you, family? Shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in tonight. We learning about some of these players that the Minnesota Vikings are bringing in. We want to see what's the temperature like? What y'all doing, Vikings? What players y'all got for us, man? You know what I mean? What players do y'all got for us? Let's see if it retweeted. Did it retweet?
Shout out to Delton. He's right. I completely forgot. Emmett Johnson ran like an upper 4.5. So the long-term speed is a concern for sure.
Wow. 4.5. The next guy we got, Jonah Coleman, somebody who I'm actually low on, but you said something the other night on the stream, Brev, that you said you weren't like extreme. And it's crazy with the Emmett Johnson thing. We're at 50-50. So you got some fan. Hey, we're pretty much, the room is split right now. Bob LaFay Jeff said, "I want Price." Yeah, no, Price definitely is drawing more attention. And a lot of times too, real quick, Brev, is you have people like, or I say people, but like teams, I mean, right, that will bring in these, like this list right here. Sometimes it's to throw people off. Like they have a running back in mind. They won't bring them on a top 30 visit because they don't want teams to, they don't want to blow their cover. It's a chess game. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't mean that these players are nothing and they're bringing these players in because they're trying to trick everybody. No, I'm sure majority of this list, probably 95% of this list is players that they're actually interested in. But what I am saying is there's also players that they're more interested in that they won't add to the list just for that reason, because they already kind of know. Their mind's already made up. They've done enough homework on the player throughout the season to where they're like, we don't really got to bring him in and talk to him and interview him. Like, we kind of know he's him, bro. Like, so if he's there, we're getting him. You know what I'm saying? We don't want other teams to know we're interested.
To your point about that, two quick things. The Vikings, I don't know if you've seen this rap, but for anybody who doesn't know, the Vikings never talked to Harrison Smith before they drafted him. Like Harrison Smith said when the Vikings called to draft him in 2012, he was like completely blindsided. Like they did not say a word to Harrison Smith. And then the second thing was there's a post on Twitter. I might have retweeted. I can't remember exactly. It was a tracker of every single team's like a first round pick they've spent on the top 30 visit. Since 2015. The Vikings are a perfect 5-5. 5 they visited with, 5 they didn't. And to the point about it's not necessarily you're bringing these guys in to draft them. The Saints in that time since 2015 have not drafted a single player they visited with in the top 30 in the first round.
Wow. Yeah, there you go, man. So that lets you know right there, bro. It's a tricky game out here, man.
It's chess. It's all chess. When people say football is a chess game, it's not just about the actual game of football.
Yeah.
It's everything.
That's a fact. Shout out everybody in the building. If you just tap in, shout out my guy Dylan, man. He said, "Find me the next Jerick McKinnon." Yeah, no facts. I love Jerick McKinnon, man. I miss Jerick McKinnon. That was my boy for real. I ain't gonna lie. Jerick McKinnon was like that. Yeah, no facts. So Jonah Coleman. All right, Jonah Coleman. I was like, I'm not high on him, bro. I know you said there's some things that maybe I'm looking over, you know, so I'm interested to hear like what your evaluation is on him, why you believe he's not as bad as I think he is. I don't think he's that good, to be honest with you, bro. I just don't think he's that exciting to me from what I watch. But again, let's hear it, man. Talk to us about him, man. Let's see some of his moves while you do that.
Yeah, I don't remember what I said because I like actually completely agree with you. I don't even have.
Oh, I think you told me that he's not as bad as people. I said something and you were like, well, he's not as bad as you may think. You know what I mean? Because there is some positives about him.
I mean, I like Jonah Coleman. I don't even have him in my top 5 running backs. Like I have Nicholas Singleton over him. He's gonna be. And you have to think about this in terms of the team that the Vikings have already constructed. Like they have Jordan Mason. They need somebody to complement Jordan Mason.
And he's like Jordan Mason.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why I don't like him there. That's why I don't like a couple other running backs there, just because they're too similar to Jordan Mason. And Jordan Mason might not be here past this year, so it's hard to say. But like Chad is saying, shout out to Todd and Delton. He's 5'8", 220. So like he's got that MJD build from back in the day. Like, don't get me wrong.
Look at the muffin. He got the muffin, bro.
Yep. Don't get me wrong. I like a running back that runs through a motherfucker face. Like I'm cool with that. But just the comp on the team, I'm not sure how much I love it. He's a bowling ball. He's got a low center of gravity. He's got good contact balance. He does have a good feel for zone concepts, which the Vikings do run a lot of. But he doesn't have the pass protection that you want to go with that size, just like Jordan Mason doesn't have the pass pro. And if you're worried about Emmett Johnson's speed, Jonah Coleman didn't run a 40-yard dash at the combine for a reason. I wouldn't be shocked if he was in like the 4.6s. And also, he had a knee injury in 2025 that very obviously affected him.
Bro, I will say this cut right here, though, I was like, holy, though. Like, that bounced it out. Like,
oh, yeah. He's got some impressive plays for sure.
He got some plays though. Yeah, but consistency to me, just I don't know. We'll watch one more. Let's see what he does right here. I don't know, man. I'm not super high on the dude, bro. Like, yeah, I'm just not.
If we didn't have Jordan Mason and we had a smaller, kind of more speedy guy, like say we signed Travis Achan, apparently is how you pronounce his name, Travis Achan Jr., who ended up signing with the Saints, I believe. Like, if you brought in him and then drafted a running back like Jonah Coleman, then I'd be all for it and I'd get it because you kind of have that yin and yang. But with the team comp, I don't see it.
Yeah. Human bowling ball. We brought in a lot of players who didn't test. Yeah, dang. Yeah. That's not a good thing, I don't think. I wouldn't think.
I mean, it kind of ties into my thing about the combine draft stock rising. Like, you guys know my opinion on Dylan Thieneman. Like, I don't hate Dylan Thieneman. I'd be very intrigued if the Vikings drafted him, but he's very obviously combine inflated his draft stock right now. The combine, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's kind of like a finalizing of opinion. And I'm sure most of you guys know this. Like, the teams know for the most part who they want to go with. The combine meeting with the players matters way more than the drills. Like, at this point, the drills are just for TV, which isn't like completely true. There's still value to them, but the testing at the combine, I just don't value it a ton when I'm doing my evals, but I understand why people would.
Yeah. So it's crazy, bro. Once again, we got in the room right now, we have 50-50 for the people that voted. So 50%. Yeah. So you have some Jonah Coleman fans, I see, which is fine, you know. But when I look at the running back class, to me, he's towards the bottom as far as me wanting to pound the table. You know, I'm just be honest with you. Like there's multiple other players that running backs that I would pound the table for that the Vikings should go get before Jonah Coleman. I'm just being honest.
For
But
sure.
no judgment here, man. Shout out to everybody who voted for sure. Let's see what we got, man. Let's go to the next player. The next player here that's coming in is Claiborne, bro. You already know what time he is, man. Now this is my guy. You know what I mean? Like straight up. So I'm definitely gonna be biased just because this is my guy. Like for real, I rock with him so much. He's the running back that I want.
Yeah.
I think and for where we can get him, being that you did bring back Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, obviously still on the team, like it's like one of those projects where you can say, hey, you can get a really good running back. You don't have to spend a crazy pick on him, and he could possibly be the future because the way he runs the ball, in my opinion, he could be the future. Like I'm that high on Damon. How you feel about him, man? What you got on him?
I like him. And again, little bit of bias here. Shout out to King William High School in Aylett, Virginia, just 30 minutes down the road from me, because that's where he went to high school. That's where he's from. I like Devon Claiborne. If I had to place a bet on if the Vikings were to take a running back in the first 5 rounds, it would be for Claiborne. And again, it's the yin and the yang, because he's not the exact same runner as Jordan Mason, exact same prototype. Ran a 4.37 40 at the combine, so he does have the long distance speed, which we knew. Again, the combine just confirmed that. Good change of direction that you'd expect from somebody his size. He's really good at actually running his own blocks. He does have the patience. Contact balance is good for his size, which is a really good thing, obviously. Breakaway ability, uses his hip. He's got good hips, good shoulders to create hesitation.
Good lower body.
Man, lower body's a little explosive.
He got the good lower half. So y'all know what time it is.
He lasts too. Something about those little guys last. Yeah, like Dalton said, he's probably going to be your closest thing to Jerick McKinnon. The big knock is the pass protection, obviously, but do you value what he can do with the ball more than not really having any running backs that can pass protect? While he is good as far as his contact balance, I mean, just his frame, he's going to go down decently easy, but he puts up more of a fight than you would think for his size, for sure.
See, I'm ready to see that right there again, with the Vikings. You know, I'm ready to see runs like that. I'm ready to see runs.
All right, Wake Forest running back.
I'm just ready to see
Claiborne
these long breakout runs, man. I think he brings that, you know, like stuff like this. I can't wait to see stuff like this on Sundays where the running back gets up out of there like that and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? That's Dalvin Cook-esque. That's even Adrian Peterson-esque. Like that's kind of where I'm at with it, man. Like I miss it. You know, I miss it a lot. So
yeah,
Damon Claiborne, man. Already easy rocking with you, bro. I'm pounding the table for you. Let's go. That's my guy. Let's see what the polls saying on that. We got 83% yes on that one, man. Shout out to the chat, man. Let's go. Shout out to the chat. What's up, Marcus? I see you. What's y'all current QB room before the draft? We got really just, I would say just Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, to be honest with you, bro. I know Xavier Scott's still on the team, right? But like, bro, he ain't making the 53. He better not.
Chances are low.
Yeah, he better not.
Scott is one of those guys that like the Vikings fans will kind of amp up, and I understand why, but like the chances that he's a difference maker at all are very, very low.
Yeah. Oh, I forget we're live on Kick. Shout out to Kick, man. I forgot. Yeah, I linked Kick, man. I signed up for a Kick. I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it. Somebody talked me into it. I was like, F it. I forgot I linked it though. Damn. He said, go get Love. Yeah, nah, facts. What's your current running back room before the draft? Yeah, we talked about that. So y'all mocking for RB1 so y'all looking for RB1? We're looking for future RB1. I think that's fair to say. because Jordan Mason isn't an RB1. You know what I mean? Jordan Mason to me is not RB1. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't look at him as a Aaron Jones has one more year this year right here, and then Jordan Mason's gonna step in and carry us for the next 3-4 years after that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man.
McCarthy might be with
and the Vikings could be the Aaron Jones thing could have been them punting on running back for this year. We don't know. They might look to 2027. There's good running backs in that class.
Yeah. Shout out to E, man. Shout out to E with the 199. He said McCarthy might be with Scott on the practice squad. Yeah, damn. I seen a trade proposal today with trading JJ McCarthy to the Rams on draft night for their 2nd round pick.
Yeah, that impossible to predict right now, but that feels a little rich for McCarthy, to be honest.
Yeah, 2nd round pick. Yeah.
That'll start a whole new debate if I say what I think JJ McCarthy's trade value is worth.
Go ahead, drop it. What do you got?
It's hard to say he's worth anything more than a 4th round pick right now.
Okay.
Just because, like, hey, here's JJ McCarthy, who hasn't played well in the games he has played and obviously has a fuck ton of work to do on playing the quarterback position. Oh, and on top of that, by the way, he's only played like 30% of the games that he's been available for in his career. So,
yeah,
4th round.
Marcus said, Mike Washington would make me sweat if he came to y'all with K1. Yeah, nah, facts.
Yeah. Washington could be fun for sure.
Washington's a beast. He said if y'all trade JJ for a 2nd round, that would literally be blasphemous. Yeah.
That would be crazy. That would be give Rob Brzezinski the lifetime job.
That would be kind of crazy. All right, Oscar, tight end, Oscar Delp, man. I'm curious. Let me just start copying the names. There we go. Let me stop. So we appreciate everybody in the chat that voted for the for Claiborne, man. Y'all know my style, bruh. You know
Speed sells. Speed sells.
Yeah, bro. Speed does sell. You know what I mean? That's a fact. And I know we're looking to add a tight end as well. So Oscar Delp from Georgia. Tell me about him, Brev. What we got?
So you want to talk about speed selling? Oscar Delp, tight end, University of Georgia. Elite speed, reliable enough hands, versatile, multi-role tight end, can play end line, could play big slot theoretically. Decent work downfield. His pass protection over time and his college career did improve. Good first step off the line, and then decent. I mean, you see this with a lot of prospects. So, like, how much is it saying? He's good at finding soft spots in the zones, which, if you're a receiver, you just should be able to do that, in my opinion. But the knocks on him, in my opinion, are quite major. To where it's just how much you value that speed. His frame is quite small, not in terms of his height. He's 6'5", but he's 245. So his frame altogether is not all the way there. Contested catching is not good, not great. Blocking is not great, and he gets jammed at the line quite easily by physical defenders. Just a lot of things that small frame kind of prohibits him from doing. And this was in college. Granted, he was playing in the SEC, blocking these defenders and trying to get off the line against them. But when he does get that quick first step, usually good things. It's just, can he do that against NFL defenders?
He said, I'm a receiving tight end who learned how to block. Okay.
I mean, got to be confident in yourself, I guess.
So I guess his main thing is blocking. That's what he would be known for the most part. Is that what we're saying here?
I'd say he'd mostly be known as a vertical tight end, like big slot tight end.
Delp
does need help. This is another case of the combine stock rising. Like I understand he's fast as fuck and he's white, and you're like, whoa, oh my god. But there's a lot more to work on than not.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I'll be honest with you. I'm going based off what you're telling me right now. So yeah, he's
honestly, I think the Vikings. Shout out to no free promo. Pepsi Cherries and Cream Zero is great. Honestly, I think the Vikings might like their tight end room how it is, especially even with Hawk leaving after the season. I think they're high on Ben Urosic, who played at Georgia also as well.
Yeah, that's my boy Chris. That's his guy right there, man. Ben
I like
Urosic.
Urosic. I love Urosic.
Which pretty much is like, like why even pursue a guy in Delp when you have a Urosic on the team? You know. And Delp said his tape is not that fast.
That's a good point. That's what I'm saying. Game speed is so much different than
it's a difference. Yeah.
I'm in my underwear on running 40 yards in a straight line. There's a big difference between game speed and literal speed.
Because you got like track people too that just know how to run. And then like you got some they know how to run, right? Because that's a whole different thing. That's why there's sport called track and field. You got people that just know how to run, bruh. But then, like, you got pads on and you have chaos going on around you. Now, can you still run? Are you still fast? You know, or is your mind thinking about other things instead of, you know, being fast? Like, there's definitely a difference. You know, there's a lot of people that's why, you know, the 40. When it comes to the combine, and we talk about the 40, it does get exciting because you see people break records, and you're like, yo, we gotta draft this guy. You know what I mean? He just ran a 4.2 something. But then you see him on the field and you're like, Justin Jefferson looks faster than him. You know what I mean? For real. Like, bro so it's about, do you know how to use the speed? Same thing goes with power. You know, you got a bunch of strong guy that could bench press. You know, speaking of the UR Bernard kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, he seems like a freak of nature. He really does. He bench pressing the most. He's jumping the highest. But does he know how to use all those tools? He may be great on Ninja Warrior. You know what I mean? Like the Ninja Warrior show or whatever that show was called. You know, he might be great on those. Can he play football? You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to figure out, which I'm okay with taking a flyer on him. You know, I mean, obviously he's interesting, but those questions are still going to be there.
Yeah. Todd said Brock Lesnar. Yep. That man is not human, but he could not play football to save his life. Well, he almost made the roster, so I can't say to save his life. But
didn't he get a couple tackles? Did he played right now?
Preseason, he played.
Yeah, that was the preseason where he got a couple tackles. Okay. Yeah.
And
running and playing football are very different. Now, that's a fact, too.
Yeah. I mean, the perfect example is that you remember that Adam Thielen touchdown off the hitch route against the Rams in I think 2017.
Yeah,
where that
was a great game too.
Yeah, that Adam Thielen is not fast in terms of just being fast, but he burned that entire Rams secondary. You're like, damn, white boy.
Adam Thielen, though, like I always say this about Adam Thielen because Cooper Kupp's like that too. And no, it's not because it's two white wide receivers. There's other wide receivers that also are like this that aren't fast, but those two just stuck out to me. They're not fast, but they understand spacing. Yeah, and when you understand spacing and how to run routes, like, and they weren't even the best route runners, like, you know, because their athleticism really isn't there. But like, you know, they don't have the quick twitch and all that great shit. But like, they know spacing though, bro. They know how to read the defender's feet. And when you know how to do that, bro, like you could be good. And Adam Thielen is a prime example of that. You don't have to be a burner to get, you know, 1,300 receiving yards and a bunch of touchdowns, man. Like for real. And there's 1,000 other cases of that same scenario. So, but shout out to Thielen. We gotta, you know, we gotta turn up our boy. Shout out to Thielen, man. But when you see that 40 time, man, and you see it go, and you know, it's like you do get excited though. You know what I'm saying? But I never try to put too much weight on it just because I know it can also mean nothing when it comes to Sundays.
Exactly.
Yeah, it also mean nothing. All right, so tackle Tristan Lee.
Yeah.
Have you first of all, have you tapped in with him at all from Clemson?
I know a little bit about him. I'm trying to find the freaking thing because I didn't have this one written down. I just had it on my computer. I had it.
Yeah,
up
and if
earlier.
there's guys that we don't really know about, bro, that's fine too. Maybe people, if anybody in the chat knows about them, y'all can post them. I mean, the tackle Tristan Lee, I know absolutely nothing about him. My mind hasn't been on tackle, to be honest with you, just because, like, not saying we don't need it, but I don't think it's a blaring need. I think it's kind of obvious what the Minnesota Vikings need to be focused on, but we do have a good amount of picks, so I wouldn't mind. But what do you know? What have you heard? I know you're in the business. You have to have heard something about it.
Yeah, I'm pissed because I literally had it pulled up and I clicked away from it. But I don't know a ton about him. He's one of those guys that like should. I don't know if he'll even get drafted. To be honest, like maybe somebody will take a flyer on him. But I do remember he has like your prototypical NFL size for a tackle in the league, and that his pass protection is not that good and needs a lot of work. So for that reason, not a huge fan if you're a tackle that can't consistently pass block.
Yeah, man. Let's see if we can find some stuff on him here. And of course, these are going to be highlights and people that love him. So they're gonna put his best stuff out there.
Oh shit! Here I was in a complete different folder, and I was in my 2027 folder. That's why I couldn't find it.
Is he a demon or what? Is he a
be.
demon? Let's see, man. No. Got some energy.
Here we go. He's good athleticism. He's definitely more of a run blocker for sure. He could kick into guard, just at that size. He's got a nasty streak. Former 5-star recruit. Just that pass blocking, the lower body strength's not great. I'm not that high on him.
Mm-hmm. If Brev ain't rocking with you, then it's over with. Yeah,
yeah. That's how I think because I'm Brev. So.
Nah, I don't know enough about him to. I don't think we're drafting him, so it don't matter. Watch that be the person though.
Yeah.
With the 60, what we got? What's our second round pick?
49.
With the 49th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select tackle from Clemson, Tristan.
Yep. Why not?
Yeah, that's what the hell's gonna happen here. Trust me, bro. Keep an eye out.
Fuck it.
Lance Mason, tight end. Lance Mason,
he's
tight end, Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's another one that I just don't think it's even worth talking a ton about. Good hands.
Won't even do a poll.
Decent blocking. Yeah, he's not worth it. No disrespect to him. Good hands, good blocking. And what else did I have? He transferred from the FCS to the Big Ten, of course, to Wisconsin, and still produced it. I know he was actually Wisconsin's leading receiver last year, but it was only with like 400 yards. So I don't know how much it's saying.
What it was? I guess that's your boy Emmett Johnson was holding it down. POP. Or no, Emmett Johnson, Nebraska.
Nebraska, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. They look too much alike.
Yep.
They need to change their jerseys.
I agree. There's way too many red and white teams in college football.
Why do they have the same fucking jersey? That's not good.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, there's probably not a ton about him at all.
I'm about to see. Can we find one play? Let's find one grab at least. Let's see. Here we go. Is this a grab? Let's get it. Yeah, nice little. Okay, whatever.
Even TJ Hawkinson can do that.
I'm telling you, TJ would have jumped though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
TJ Hawkinson would have jumped. He would have jumped for that. For sure would have jumped for that. I'll bet the house on it. Straight up. All right, let's go to the next guy. All right, Lance. It's nice knowing you, brother, but you're not good enough.
Hope you enjoy your time in Minneapolis.
In the gulag.
That too.
All right. We got Mason Ryer?
Mason Ryer. Let me pull him up real quick.
He's an edge. Okay, so I'm interested. I'm interested to hear a little bit about him. We got us a little edge rusher action here. I like that. Always love getting to the quarterback. So let's see, man. Let's do a poll.
He's another Wisconsin guy.
What's up with this Wisconsin shit? That's what I was saying. Y'all remember that list I posted with the scouts? Jake, this is your responsibility, bro. Jake, you are the person that we're seeing all these top 30 visits. Guess what, Jake? I'm putting this on you, man. I'm sure you're the one who told them, hey, we need to go check out these guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Was it Mason? I think it's Ryer. Whatever. One of those guys that's kind of going to be, you're drafting him more, and he's going to be a late round pick. You're drafting him more for his athleticism and natural motor, maybe more than his ability to play the game of football, which hasn't gone well for the Vikings in recent years. He is undersized technically, but he's like insanely fast. He's got good length, pause. He does have a good inside spin move. Like he is able to, it's not that he's not able to rush the passer, like it's there, but his weaknesses are like the tackling, not that great defending the run, needs to work on being able to convert his speed to power. And yeah, just don't know if he could be a consistent edge setter in the NFL, but crazy.
Well, a nice spin move, but yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a sack yet. I see a bunch of almost coulda. Let's see. Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm decent. Yeah, I mean, like I'm decent. He probably do got a motor, but this again goes back, Brev, to what about our guy from Georgia? What's his name that we got on the team that we brought in last year from Georgia, man?
The edge rusher?
Linebacker too. I think he's listed as a linebacker. Drop it in the chat, man. Who am I thinking about, y'all? I did a video on him.
Yeah, Georgia linebacker. So
fuck, what's his name? I know y'all know who I'm talking about. I did a video on him too. Barber, where you at, Barber? It's your boy. Barber, your dude, man. What's his name? Barber.
He was a draft pick last year.
I think it was an undrafted free agent.
UDFA.
Yeah. He was an undrafted free agent. It's Barber dude too, man. Barber loved the dude. He's from Georgia. We got him from Georgia.
I'm gonna hear it and be pissed.
Me too. Me too. I did a whole video on him and everything about how excited I was about him and shit too. So Georgia. We can't move forward until we say.
Yeah, I need to know.
Somebody say his damn. I know I did a video on him, so I just can't remember how long ago it was. Might be down there a little bit. Let's see. Yo, the chat is just nobody knows. Everybody's like looking. Like, damn, what's his name?
Vikings, Georgia. Because I remember, like, I just remember Urosic.
Chambliss. There we go.
Oh, Chaz Chambliss. He wasn't Georgia, was he?
Yeah, he was Georgia.
I thought he was.
Where'd he go? Am I thinking of somebody else?
Oh no, he did play for Georgia.
Okay, yeah, Chambliss. There you go. Thank you, Angelo. Holy.
I don't know why I was thinking he went to a blue like UNC. I might be thinking about Chaz Surratt.
Yeah. But see, like that's what so I was thinking of that name because I'm like, you know, why, you know, to me, it's almost like shit, Chaz Chambliss. I like Chaz, man, you know, and he was another like similar to this where the production isn't crazy, but you see the fire in him. You're like, yeah, you know what? Put him out there. You know what I'm saying? You might get something popping. So it was just kind of one of those deals, man, where I'm like, nah. And I actually, when I'm watching Chaz Chambliss, I'm like, yo, I actually like his motor, bro. Like, I think I mean, I ain't going to say he's going to be a consistent starter, but definitely a fun player to have on the roster that can step in if need be and maybe give us a game, a fun game where you're like, damn, look at that. You know what I mean? Just the unsung hero out here for a night or something, or a Sunday afternoon. So shout out to him, man. Dom Orange, bro.
Big O. This is a personal favorite of mine for sure. Because you're talking about at his size, which I didn't write down his exact size, but he's a big guy. He's got the long arms. He's got the big hands. He's just an anchor, even with the quick first step. Which quick first step and being an anchor, that's a can't ask for much more than that. He knocks back the opposing blocker at a high rate. When he takes on double teams, he's still anchoring down, filling the gap. And he can tackle through blocks. He's just not somebody that's going to give you a bunch of pass rushing upside. He's kind of like your traditional nose tackle. When he does get engaged with a blocker, he struggles to disengage from it. And he is prone to overshooting the gap sometimes and taking himself out of the play. But if you want a big nose tackle, I mean, there he is.
Big Citrus.
This is a guy that should go. I think he might go in the second round, but you see him in a lot of boards going around the third round.
Yeah, man, Big Citrus. We hear a lot about this. Look at him just getting pulled. Hey, I like him too, man. I think you gotta. I speak for all Vikings fans when I say we do not want him. What? Shout out Byron. Byron said, "Do it."
Crazy.
Big Citrus Thor. Down with the thickness. Nah, I like it, man. I say go for it, bro. I say go for it. Why not? Big Citrus, bro. Let's get it popping. There's another name on here on this list though that obviously has people excited too. Or it was the boy from Florida State.
Yeah. Yep, Jackson Jr., who I am not as high on as a lot of people.
Really?
I mean, I understand why people are high on him, but I just kind of reminds me of Deion Walker out of Kentucky from a year ago.
What is it? Darrell Jackson?
Darrell, I believe, Jackson.
Yeah, Darrell Jackson Jr. Let's see. This is the dude I think we watched, and it's like, yo, this a big dude right here. This dude is this dude here is just huge, and it I mean, so who would you rather? I guess that's good too. That's a good question. That's actually a good poll, and I might actually do that poll on the. I know a lot of people are gonna say we should get Big Citrus, but like, who would you rather, Brev? You got a chance to get Big Citrus or Darrell. And I know you said you're not high on this, so you're going Citrus.
I'm going Citrus, yeah. I think you got to spend the 82nd overall pick on Citrus to get him. Jackson might be there at 97, but just Citrus has more traits to me. I'm like accidentally actually calling him Citrus. Jackson has actual traits. Not even Jackson. Big Citrus, we'll just call him Big Citrus, does have the more traits that translate better to the NFL game consistently. Yeah. With Jackson, Jackson has the size. He's got the length, pause. He's a run anchor. Sure, he'll consume the two gaps just with the size, pause. Showed a promising bull rush.
This shit getting freaky again. Holy. This shit getting freaky again, guys.
Yep.
Facts.
He did show a promising bull rush, like pass rush in 2024, kind of declined in 2025. He doesn't have a counter for when he's held up in pass protection. Yeah. He's a little tight in his body, pause. And just the size, like when you're getting a defensive tackle that big, it's just he's gonna get stood up a lot in the pro game, and of course he could develop and be an absolute problem.
Because isn't he like 6'8"?
He's huge. He's like 6'7". High
6'7". Let's go. Yeah,
but, just that size rarely works out. You want like a 6'2" big wide guy like Orange. Yeah,
like Big City. Yeah, I like man. I mean, either way, bringing in both, it kind of gives you it gives you a taste of both players though. Like, hey, you know, to get to talk to both of them, they're both going to bring obviously two different things to the table. Like you said, Big Citrus is the more low center of gravity, just kind of, even though he's a big dude, but he can get up in there, stuff it up to where I feel like Jackson is more like long arms, extremities. Plus, he's big, but like also, you know, able to reach his arm around and be grabbing shit. He block it up too. They both offer something.
Yeah,
Both offer something. Anthony Hill Jr., man, this is a big name here. I think this is one of the bigger names on the list too, because he's touted as one of the top linebackers from what I've seen in the draft. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I like Jacob Rodriguez. I really wish we would bring in Jacob Rodriguez. I don't understand why the Minnesota Vikings aren't doing that. Hopefully it's what we talked about earlier, and they're just saying, hey, we're not bringing him in because we know we want him, and there's no need to. But what do you think about Anthony Hill, man?
I'm a big Anthony Hill Jr. fan. I actually do. I like Jacob Rodriguez. I personally actually like Hill more, just as a prospect. Anthony Hill, like on the PFF big board, he's like in the 80s to 90s in terms of overall rank, which is just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I like Hill Jr. Spoiler alert. I like him better than Golday too. With Golday is somebody
really?
that's put ahead of him a lot. Yeah, for sure. Just Anthony Hill, and I made sure because I knew this conversation would come up like it did earlier between speed and game speed. Hill Jr. has both. He has elite game speed. He has elite pursuit. He's violent against the run, which can lead him to overrun things for sure. He's susceptible to that. Quick processor, natural pass rush ability, long arms, and he was asked to do a lot in that.
Is he a bigger linebacker?
He's like a 6 foot, 6'3", I think.
Okay.
But yeah, his athleticism is off the charts. Like honestly, I think he's the best off-ball linebacker behind CJ Allen in this class, or behind CJ Allen and Sonny Styles. He's 6'2" in the 240 range. He's only 21 years old. The knocks on him is his over-aggression at times. He does tackle a little bit high, and then in man coverage, he's like, what? There's not many linebackers that are that good against man coverage, so I don't know how much to hold it against him. But he's got a natural feel in zone coverage. Like I said, Texas asked him to do a lot. He's good enough in zone coverage. Has a natural feel. He'll follow a receiver a surprising amount of the way downfield for a linebacker. I love Anthony Hill Jr. But to be honest, there's been a lot of third-round linebackers that I've loved in recent years that just don't pan out to be anything.
Yeah. Barb, is that Grayson Halton? Was that
Yeah, Grayson Halton out of Oklahoma, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I like Grayson Halton.
Baba, we were talking about your boy Chaz Chambliss earlier, man. We were trying to think of his name. We couldn't think of his name. I'm like, yo, that's Barber dude. Damn. Shout out Angelo. Angelo figured it out for us. We were comparing him to the Reagan or whatever his name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Anthony Hill. So you got him pretty much third on your top third best linebacker in the class again. My bad. I heard you say.
Yeah, of off-ball linebackers. So, like, I'm not including Arvell Reese because Arvell Reese is probably going to be an edge. So, like, if you're taking Sonny Styles, a lot of people have it Sonny Styles, CJ Allen, Jacob Rodriguez. Yeah. A lot of people have Rodriguez above Allen. And then Golday, Hill. I have Hill above Golday and Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm Rodriguez gang, man. I still got to do my video, my tribute to Rodriguez, man. You know, I got, it's only right. I got to do it because I just want the kid so bad to where it's like, bro, I gotta stick my neck out, man, and at least pound the table, you know?
Yeah, and Rodriguez, he's really good. I love Jacob Rodriguez. I just love Anthony Hill Jr. that much.
Right? Yeah, no, facts. That's how it be, bro. Like you do your homework too, and you gotta see. I gotta admit, I haven't watched a ton of Anthony Hill, and I definitely haven't watched a lot of Jake Golday until recently, where I've been seeing a lot of Vikings fan, and that is the final player on this list that we're gonna go over. So let me hold on. Before we do that, let me end this poll. We got 100%. There's only a couple of votes, but people aren't really voting right now. So let's go to Golday, right?
Yep.
What's his first name?
Jake.
Jay, we're getting a lot of Jakes. Jake is the scout for the Minnesota Vikings for the Midwest. Okay. We got Jake this, Jake that. Now we got Jake Golday. All right, let's get it. A lot of Jakes going on around here.
Yep. Jake Golday.
So Jake Golday, man, talk to us, Brev. What's to it with this guy? Why is everybody going crazy in Vikings Nation about this kid, man?
Well, he's got good size and speed, and honestly, for fan bases, that's enough sometimes. That would be why he's got good pursuit. He does struggle diagnosing run plays sometimes, but when blockers are climbing to that second level, when a run is progressing, he is able to kind of shut off blocks and is good about getting to the running back in that situation. Good tackler. He's got a defensive end background, so he has natural pass rush understanding. He's got a toolkit there. Where he's going to struggle is with that run diagnosis. His zone awareness is not that good, although when he is aware in his zone, he is another guy that will follow routes downfield a good amount. His pass rush production, for him having that natural defensive end background toolkit, is not where you want it to be. And the major thing that kind of makes me hesitate about Golday is he only played one season of true off-ball linebacker, and it was last year.
Yeah.
So you're kind of banking a lot on his development happening pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I like the fact that he definitely seems like a baller. Seems like somebody who will, put his body on the line out there and give it all he got. My issue is we only got one Cincinnati linebacker on this damn team, and he's going to be the only one in my book. You hear me? And that's Ivan Pace Jr. Yeah. Nah, I like Golday school, though. It's one of those deals where it's like I could see why he got a little bit of hype. To say that he has DB, he has DB background. I mean, to me, that's intriguing. To me, it's like, okay, I like the sound of that. I would definitely buy into that. I mean, it's not like if you draft him, he's coming in as some starter. He's coming in to save the day. Anyways, like you said, I think there will be a developmental process that has to go on here with him. Yeah. Through 2 seasons, 162 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles.
If I said DB background, my bad. I meant defensive end background.
Defensive end background. Okay, so he got some pass rush. He got some pass rush history there.
Yeah.
And I wonder how did he do at defensive end. I would be curious to know what he did at defensive end, if he actually made some noise.
I don't have numbers, to be honest with
you. That actually is even better though when you think about it with B-Flow. That actually may be better because playing the 3-4, he might actually be able to plug in and make some noise. He might be able to plug in and make some noise. We'll see, man. I know a lot of fans are hype on him right now. He's the new sweetheart, the new Vikings darling that I've been seeing lately. Every other post I've been seeing the boy. What round you got him graded, Brev?
I think he's more of a 3rd round guy, but he'll go in the 2nd.
He'll actually. You think he'll go in the 2nd round?
Yeah, he's a big board, like PFF big board. He's like late 50s.
So he liked that.
He's projected above like Anthony Hill Jr., Kyle Lewis out of Pitt, people like that.
I like Kyle Lewis is the DB background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, He played safety. That's who we're thinking about there. Which I like that too. Shout out Dom. I got that from Dom. When you guys were live, I heard you guys touching on that about how he played DB. And then I actually watched his pro day, and I was like, yo, because he worked out at his pro day for both. He worked out for DB and linebacker. I'm like, yo, this kid versatile. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So
big Kyle Lewis guy.
Yeah, like Kyle Lewis out of Pitt. He would be a great fit for the team. Man, that was great learning, great talking, Brev, man. I really enjoyed that, bro. That was obviously a lot of information. People go watch that replay. Make sure y'all hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hit that like button. Let's make sure we go subscribe before we get out of here. Make sure you go subscribe to Brev's new channel, the Skolcial Network. It is in the title. Go subscribe. Show some love, man. He's gonna be having shows dropping a lot. I will actually be over there too, doing shows with him here and there too, man. Tapping in with him like he taps in with me over here. And make sure y'all hit the like button on this video. But last but not least, make sure you support Todd. I got the GoFundMe at the top of the chat. Support Todd with the GoFundMe. Drop whatever you can in there. Show some love. Let's make that happen. But this was a great show, bro. The draft is right around the corner, bro. You're about to be at the draft. So how you feeling about that? You ready? You getting buckled up, bro? You ready to go put in some work?
Yeah, we're getting all our plan. We're doing our budgeting for how much we want to spend each day in the city and whatnot, and all the spots we're gonna hit. And yeah, we're gonna be in a box for round 1, and then we're gonna be actually on the field for rounds 2 and 3, which isn't anything special. I think like they open it up to the public for that, but it's gonna be fun. I gotta
get you and Dom the FaceTime in, bro. I gotta send the link.
That's one of the first things I'm gonna make sure is like there's an internet connection in there somewhere, because signal is gonna be tough. Yeah, because there's gonna be 200,000 people there, but I'm gonna make it happen one way or another.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be lit, bro. I can't wait. But we'll obviously be on before then too, and do another show. So but I am excited for you and Dom, man. That's lit. That's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, absolutely. Shout out everybody, man. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in tonight on this Thursday Night Live. Just remember, tomorrow night there will not be a live show because it is my anniversary. So that's why we had to turn up tonight. So, and then Saturday I'll try to fit something in too, man. But shout out to y'all. Hey, Vocal Vike, what we say? Where the fans have a voice. Hey, let's go, man. I sound so professional. Holla at your boys.